Hello, welcome to the Art of Shame-Free Living podcast. Okay, so I thought it would be really useful for you to actually understand what it is that we're doing here. When I talk about the feeling is in the body, the feeling is in the healing, and you're like, okay, how do I actually feel things? So I'm doing these subconscious practices with you so that you can understand this is what we do. And it can look so different for you. It can look as simple as I'm laying on my bed and closing my eyes and just noticing the feelings that are coming in my body, and I'm just allowing them to be there. Anything that gets you out of the thought space, the ruminating thought space, the blaming space, everything else is, going wrong and everything else is everybody else's fault. It doesn't matter what's happening in your mind. We're trying to get into, how do I physically feel in my body? What sensations are coming up in my body? If you are someone that has a really hard time visualizing, I invite you to imagine it like a physical sensation. Maybe it feels tingly. Maybe it feels hot. You're still going to feel it somewhere in your body, and it will feel as if it is something. But practice the visualization. See if you can envision something as you're doing it. So we're going to do 2 more of these. So today and next week as well. And again, come back to these over and over and over again. It might feel really simple, but I promise that as you start to do this more often, you are going to create a secure attachment relationship with yourself, between yourself and yourself. Because what we really wanted when we were little is somebody to just be with us, to hear us, to feel with us, to listen to us, to be there for us. No matter what was happening, no matter how illogical it felt, we just needed someone to be there. That is the same thing that's happening now when we're feeling emotionally triggered in our body. We just want somebody to be there, to really understand, to sit with us, to feel with us, to listen to us, and we get to be that person for us. And as we become that person, you'll notice several things in your life. One is that you're going to feel more confident, more secure, more grounded. Another is that you're going to notice you're less flustered, you're less triggered, you're less swayed by other people. You feel more okay with your opinions, your beliefs, who you are. You don't have to have other people agree with you or like you or listen to you. When other people are truly unkind and hurtful to you, it doesn't hurt. You don't take it on as much, sometimes not at all, because you understand for them what was true for you. Hurt people spew hurt onto other people. You understand that it's not really about you, but it's about them and their hurts. You see it in a completely different light, but you can't just go there. You have to do this work inside first, and then it naturally changes your perspective. I think of that. There's a scripture that says, see through the glass darkly. Now we see through the glass darkly. I don't remember what it is. It's a New Testament, but I think about shame as like the perspective of like, I'm being dropped in this glass and I'm seeing through darkly, and all that I see is through this dark glass, and I think it's true. I think everything I think is true. I think everything I see is true from that perspective, but it's not. It's all skewed because I'm in a dark glass. And when I pull myself out of that dark glass, when I feel the feelings in my body, my perspective changes. I'm not in the lack perspective anymore. Lack perspective being lack of money, lack of friends, lack of love, lack of confidence, lack of self. Lack shows up in a lot of different ways. Recently, I've been thinking a lot about lack of capacity, my own capacity. But lack will show up in several different areas. And when we're in that lack state, we're in that glass darkly. And the way that we transmute it, the way we change it, the way we move it to something different isn't by pretending it's not there and just trying to pump ourselves up and tell us how awesome we are. It's by getting into the feeling in our body. So again, we're going to do another practice today. You can close the eyes, slow deep breaths, that same breath in through the nose, double exhale out through the mouth. You can extend this practice for as long as you want, breathing as deeply as you want to breathe for as long as you need. And today we're going to go into the body. We're going to, again, imagine a time where we felt a big emotion, a trigger, or maybe we already have the feeling in us just enough so that we can pull that feeling into our body and have it present. Going to where you feel that feeling in your body. Letting it be there for a moment. Staying with it. I invite you to imagine that it takes the shape and form of a child, of you as a child, at whatever age feels right today. Pick an age. Doesn't even have to be specific. Just imagine that emotion is now a child. That child is full of all of the feelings that you were feeling. You can notice them. You can feel them inside of you, but all of that emotion and energy is now inside them. We're going to sit down beside them and we're going to let them share everything they want to share with us in the energy that they would, in the word that they would. Maybe they scream, maybe they yell, maybe they throw things, maybe they speak like a 4-year-old. We are going to sit and listen to whatever they say or do or be. And we're just going to be there with them. Maybe we ask them to share what really hurts. Maybe they show us, maybe they point to us, maybe they share a memory with us. Just let it flow. After you sat with them for some time and they're starting to feel a little better, a little more complete, you can ask them, what do they need? You might not even have to ask. You might know exactly what they need. Imagine giving them that thing that they need. Again, it doesn't have to make any sense. It can be as simple as a hug. Maybe there's no words exchanged. Maybe it's just feeling with them. Again, staying here for as long as you want to, as long as you need to. Comforting them as if they were a child now, knowing exactly what they need from you. And as you give them that thing, as you give them what they need, notice how they change. They feel different. They feel better. Again, just quickly leaning into that feeling, turning it up, amplifying it, moving it through the body. You can even imagine spreading that feeling to future versions of yourself, to past versions of yourself, to past generations, parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, seeing their inner child, spreading this feeling to them and their little inner children, to your own children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. You can spread it to whoever you think might need it today. And as you do, you notice that as you spread the feeling that you are feeling now, more of it comes back to you. This good feeling, this better feeling, this feeling that feels so contrasting, exactly contrasting to what you felt in the beginning, you get to spread to others through you. Again, remembering that emotions are messages and staying for just a moment to collect the message that is there for you today. And ending with those 3 slow, deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Taking your time with this. And whenever you feel complete, whenever you feel ready, opening your eyes. This is the work. It is deeply spiritual work. It's deeply transformative work, no matter how simple it seems. Try it for yourself. See how it goes. And if you are enjoying these, comment below. Tell me how it's going for you. Rate, review, like, share, all the things to get this out in the world. And thank you for being here. Thank you for doing this work, especially if you're doing this work, the feeling work, because I know how hard it is. It's simple, but it's hard. We'll see you next week. If you are enjoying these episodes, I would love for you to follow, subscribe, like, share, do all those things so that it can get more out into the world, more out into the algorithm, and join me in this shame-free movement.